what Folds of Honor Scholarship means to our family.
All right, Tina, 6 is hard to beat. Okay, not soccer, but yes. We honeymooned here.
Mallorca.
Yes. Pass.
No, we don't pass, Tina.
They help give you more.
A tax professional.
And they have a 97% satisfaction rating.
What's going on, everybody? Buckles Locker coming to you again. Subscribe to the channel, like the channel, share all the videos. Don't forget to hit the notification bell icon to notify you all new videos that's posted on this channel. Yeah. Hashtag levels. I can care less about the garbage points and the garbage jars and the garbage touchdowns. It doesn't tell the whole story of the game. Yeah, I don't give me. I mean, I'm I had the Bucs losing this game anyway, so I'm not even gonna trip on the Bucs. I'm not tripping at all. Nobody really should be mad except for the fans that actually picked the Bucs to win the game. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you if you picked the Bucs to win. Just the difference of the game to me was the quarterback, in my opinion. But we'll talk about that in a second. Garbage points don't tell the whole story of the game. Yeah, the garbage jars, the garbage points doesn't tell the whole story of the game. Baker played awful. The Bucs are front runners. This game they were front runners. I mean, 10-0 was looking good, and I didn't panic. I knew what time it was. I mean, Baltimore had to get their feet wet. And the Ravens literally same story. I'm not tripping. I'm not tripping at all. Shame on the Bucs. Shame on, and like I said, it's you really can't get mad. The Ravens did this last year with the Bucs. They threw the ball around in the first half, and then in the second half they ran the ball. It is what it is. KJ Britt had no answer. Jordan Whitehead, not a cover guy. I mean, so much to talk about. We'll talk about in a second. They had no. The difference with the game was the quarterbacks. The difference of the game is levels, man. It's levels. It's I don't know how to explain football to some people. Some people just don't get football. They fantasy land, and you can't be mad. This is not fantasy football. The Ravens are a better team. Like, I don't know what made some of you think that the Bucs can beat the Ravens. The Bucs have done nothing to show you that. The Bucs have done nothing to show you that they can beat the Ravens. Never. The Ravens are just better. I don't know what part that you not understanding. I don't know. I don't know what you're looking at. I know what I'm looking at. And then you're gonna have some people talking about, oh, Baker had 3 touchdowns and he had 200 some yards. Man, get out of here with all that. The defense was awful. Todd Bowles, the Baker Mayfield combination has a ceiling, folks. They will win us games. Don't get me wrong. With Bucs win more games, but they are not good enough to compete at the highest level. They got outplayed again in the second half. The Bucs got outplayed again in the second half. You know, it's almost like, you know, like I said, I can see the Bucs ceiling. It's the inevitable. Is the question is can some of the Bucs fans kind of like you kind of got to see the ceiling with Todd Bowles and Baker Mayfield. There's a ceiling there. It's not elite. It's not second tier. It's pretty much third tier. Third tier combination. I think if Baker Mayfield had Ben Johnson or Sean McVay as the head coach, I think the Bucs would be a better team. But Todd Bowles has limitations, man. Live and die by the blitz. The Bucs start out really good and they falter in the second half. So I'm kind of starting to understand the Bucs how they play. You know, once again, the Bucs in the first half jump on the lead, and in the second half they play like crap. It's the same old story. We can't make this up. I don't hear no excuses and none of that crap. It's the repeat of the Falcons game. It's the repeat of the Falcons game. Played good in the first quarter, first half, and then all of a sudden didn't do anything in the second half, and then a couple of garbage stuff. And then, you know, I don't want to hear that, man. Mr. Kennedy, I don't want to hear that. Nope, because when the Bucs win, it's like, yeah. When the Bucs lose, no excuses. I don't want to hear that. No, I don't care about these garbage points and garbage yards. You know, Cade Otton trying to get Cade Otton destroyed tonight. That should have been a pick. Baker Mayfield should have 4 picks tonight. 4 picks. That don't tell, like, this, his yards and his touchdowns don't tell the whole story of the game. It's garbage yards, garbage points, garbage yards. I can care less about that. He didn't play well. The Ravens are just better overall team. It's at some point you have to accept that. Oh, you know, like the Bucs should get out of this game. We don't want to see anybody else hurt. See what I'm saying? God dang it, man. Just end the game, man. Get out of the just run the ball, get out of it. Get out of this. But this is not good, man. His leg messed up. Oh my God, his leg messed up. It's over. You see? It's over. Oh my gosh, bruh. His leg messed up. I saw it. His leg is bent. It's over. His season's done. The leg's messed up. It's broke. Oh my gosh, Chris Godwin. Praise to Chris Godwin. Praise to Chris Godwin. Praise to Chris Godwin. His leg is done. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, his leg is done. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Please, Chris Godwin. Chris Godwin, please, man. Please. Oh my gosh. Did y'all see the leg? It's done. His leg is broke. It's like a kneecap or a fibula. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Chris Godwin. Oh my gosh. I wish they just would have just ran the ball and just got this game. Trying to come back, man. It wasn't even worth it, man. You're not going to win the game, and they still trying to come back. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Why? Why did they just run the? Why did they just get the game over with? The left leg is gone, dog. It was a left leg. It's bent. Oh my gosh. Prayers to Chris Godwin, please, man. Just end the game, man. You're not going to win this game, and it's just what are you doing? Like the game is over. What are we doing? Like, oh my gosh, what you just cost Chris Godwin the season? Oh my gosh, you can't get the contract. You can't give him the contract now. Oh my gosh. Oh man, he was one of the top 5 receivers in yards and catches. Oh my gosh, man. Evans hurt. Oh my gosh, Evans gonna be on IR. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, what was Todd Bowles thinking right here, man? Like there was the probability of you winning this game. It was never gonna happen. What is Todd Bowles doing, man? You're not winning this game down by 10 with 2 minutes left. You're not winning the game. You literally just blew the season. Oh my gosh, man. Let me relax for a second. Let me take a deep breath. Oh my gosh. Chris Godwin, man, one of my favorite players in the NFL, man. My gosh, I'm literally got tears in my eyes, man. I got tears in my eyes, man. Oh my gosh. Chris Godwin's one of the good guys in the NFL. They can't even show the replay. They can't even show the replay, man. Oh my gosh. I saw it. I saw the leg. Did y'all see the leg? Oh my gosh, man. I'm literally got tears in my eyes, man. I got tears in my eyes. I got tears in my eyes, man. Oh my gosh, I got tears in my eyes. Broken leg, man. Another leg injury, man. That's gonna take him 2 years to get back on track. Oh my gosh. I got tears in my eyes, man. God damn it. Oh my gosh, they can't even show the replay. It's gonna be on Twitter. It's gonna be on X if y'all want to see the replay, but I don't want to watch it again. I saw it. Oh my gosh. This was not the game to try to go win. Like, what are we doing here? You're down by 10 with less than a minute left. What are you doing? Godwin's not. You can't give Godwin a contract now. You can't do it. Oh my gosh, man. That's a serious injury, folks. And it takes you 2 years it takes you 2 years, man. It takes you 2 years to get back. And they still throwing the ball. You're still throwing the ball. What are you doing? Get in the game. Why are you still throwing the ball? Oh my gosh. What the? Oh man. Stop throwing the freaking ball.
And on that play specifically, and then what's the status of that?
Oh man. Just get the game over with, man. What are you doing?
Here at the end of week 7, the team that came in 4-2.
Garbage yards, man. Garbage yards. I hate this. Brady did the same thing. I hate this, man. And this is how you get people hurt. The game is over. It's 10. You're down by 10 with 30 seconds. It's over. What are you trying to prove here? What are you trying to prove here? It's over. What are you trying to prove? What is this about? Is this about incentives or something?
Top 2 receivers by numbers in franchise history. Here's Tucker.
Oh my gosh, man.
23 seconds left. He's got a first down after a catch and run.
Oh my gosh, this is an awful game, man. Evans going to be on IR most likely. I don't know what the Bucs are doing right now. I don't know what they're trying to do, man. It's no point. Oh my gosh, man. What are we doing here, man? Just end the game. What is the purpose of this? You got outplayed, you got outcoached, you got out-physicaled, and then you just want to, you're just still trying to win the game. It's 10, you're down by 10. What are you doing? And luckily, Cade Otton is alive. Exactly, Keenan. He got Cade Otton damn near destroyed too. Medicine balls. These garbage ass yards, man.
This one is off McMillan. Nate Wiggins was out there defending. See in the top left-hand corner of your screen, the Cardinals lead by 2. It's on ESPN Plus.
18 seconds left, and they still trying to score a touchdown. What are we doing here? What are you trying? You're not winning the game, and you're still throwing the ball. What are we doing? Just kneel and get out of the game. You're not winning this game.
Chargers 3-2. Tyler has thrown for a touchdown and run for one. Underneath incomplete for Tucker.
Just end the game. End the freaking game. It's over. What are we doing here, man? What's the point of this?
Everybody's walking around like the game is over, but they just refuse to let it end.
I mean, we talk about it from the Buccaneers side. There's another side to it too with the Ravens. They're like, can this be over?
End the freaking game.
I can imagine John Harbaugh's over there on the sidelines thinking the same thing. Let's get this over, get in the locker room, and get home.
Here's Baker taking off. That should do it.
My gosh, man. Thank God.
And a costly loss.
God damn it, man. All that for nothing, and you're still losing. All this chucking the ball around, 370 yards, 2 interceptions, should have been 5 interceptions, and you lose Godwin and Evans. What was the purpose, man? What was the purpose? What was the purpose of doing this? I can give a flying rat's booty about Baker's numbers. It was terrible. I can care less about the 370. He played bad. It was not worth it. You gotta be freaking kidding me. Well, we got to get Baker yards. We got to get Baker yards. We got to get the Baker yards. And that's, I can give a rat's. Baker got an F, a freaking F. He almost got Otten killed multiple times. Got Godwin caught in a bad position. Evans got a hamstring. Luckily, Cade Otten survived. Somebody check on Cade Otten. Somebody check on Cade Otten, man. Oh, but Baker threw for 373. I can give a flying F-U-C-K. I can give a flying F-U-C-K. Well, god dang about no freaking 370 freaking yards. It's ridiculous. You play like crap. But Baker threw for 370. I can give a flying fuck. You gotta be freaking kidding me. But Baker threw for 370. He got 20 touchdowns. Mike Evans should have never played. Mike Evans should have never played, and there was no reason to keep chucking the ball around with no chance of freaking trying to win the game. You had no reason to do this. Just run the freaking ball and get out of there. This is why you freaking, when the game is out of reach, you stop it. You stop doing that. How in the freaking world can you not understand this? If you're a football fan, you cannot sit here and act like the Bucs played well after the first quarter. This is the definition of a front-running team against a team like the Ravens. It makes no freaking sense. I have never been this mad. I have never been this pissed off. Y'all know I don't get mad. Y'all know I don't get mad on this channel, but I am pissed off. I don't care about nobody's stats this game. Baker played awful, and he should have had 4 or 5 picks. He got lucky. So don't give me that. The Bucs got out-coached, outplayed from the second quarter. Literally, the Ravens toyed with the Bucs. Awful loss. Garbage ASS stats. Garbage. Them stats don't mean nothing to me. The same energy y'all gave Winston, you do the same thing to Baker Mayfield. I don't care about them stats. It was awful. Baker out here throwing hospital balls. Jalen McMillan could have got destroyed. But Baker had 370. Mike Evans should have never played that game. Mike Evans should have never played that freaking game. Ravens had over 500 had 509 yards. The Ravens toyed with the Bucs after the first quarter. Toyed with the Bucs. Literally, I was on the road driving and watching the game at the same time. They literally toyed with the Bucs. You see my hashtag, folks? It's levels. The Bucs are not even close to Super Bowl contenders. Not even close. I tried to tell y'all this, and I'm not trying to pile on. It's just the facts. They're not a freaking Super Bowl team or NFC Championship team. They're not. They are a team that can beat really bad teams. Saints. They caught the Commanders at the very beginning at the first game of the season, first game of Jalen Daniels' career as a rookie. They beat the Detroit team on the road, great win, but they got outplayed in that game too. I knew this was gonna catch up to the Bucs. I knew it, and I gave y'all. I foreshadowed this. I said, I hope the Bucs not a front running team. They did it. They did it against the Broncos. The Falcons, and now the Ravens. You can't do that. That's not how you play football. Let me calm down for us. I am so pissed off because Chris Godwin's one of my guys, man. Evans and Chris Godwin's my guys. Let me calm down. Let me calm down. I can't think because I'm not an emotional guy. But let me calm down. Shout out to the Bucs. Shout out to the Pirates and Sea Bandits. Look, if y'all want the locker room open, I need 20 super chats. If you want the locker room open, it's got to be 20. 20 super chats. That's the threshold. So let me give me some shout outs in the chat. Who's in the building? Who's in the chat? Who's ready to talk? I need 100 people in the comment section. I need 100 people. I need 100 people. Who's in the chat? Let me see. We got Haku Marco. We got Kellen Yeoman. We got Jay Ellis. We got Stephen Quintana. We got King Cook. I need who's in the chat right now? Who's in the chat? Who's in the chat? Jump to what's up, man? A lot of people that hasn't been here in a long time is in the chat room, which is interesting because y'all want to hear what I got to say. I'm going to tell you what I got to say after I get through these shout outs. Let me give me some shout outs. King Cook in the building. What's up? Salute to you, buddy. Brent O'Neill. What's up, man? Chris, strong arm, baby. Smooth. I've never seen you in here, buddy. Bucket with your girl. What's up, baby girl? I missed you. I'm here and pissed off. I know you pissed off, baby girl. Grislow, $2 super chat. Bowles need to be fired, period. Bucket with your girl with a $2 super chat. Matthew Miller, what's up, man? Bucs Talk Podcast. We're 17 super chats away from opening the locker room up. Having it motion jit. What's up, man? Or Darius Robinson. Where you been at? Man, a lot of people that haven't been around in a long time showing up tonight. What's going on here? Matt D. Flormonte. Hosea Cooper. What's up, man? Tuna Fish. Who else in the building? Who else in the chat room tonight? We 17 super chats away from opening the locker room up tonight. 17. Rip Easy. Stashon Bland, what's up, man? Ethan, top Bucs fan, what's up, man? Mopar Buck with the $50 super chat. 50, half a hundo super chat. Shout out to Mopar Buck. WTF, 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 WTF. James Ingram, what's up, man? Eli Knight. Relax, man. Carl McDuffie. Are you Trent McDuffie's cousin? Bucks for life. Bucks life. All caps. Maverick won. I know Maverick. I'm with you, Maverick. We are 16 super chats away from opening the locker room up. 16 super chats away. Y'all can do it, folks. Y'all can do it. I know y'all got a lot to talk about. But it's got to be 20 super chats. 20 super chats. Luke, the season's not over, man. I'm just upset. You know, the season's not over. We still hope. The NFC South is not as good as we thought it was going to be. We got hope. Chop beats 215, man. Yeah, my emotions are calming down right now. My emotions are calming down right now. The season's not over with, folks. I was just a little upset. The NFC South is not as good as I thought it was going to be, and you know, for the first couple of weeks. The NFC South is starting to turn into a awkward, wacky division again. Dante T, capital T. Yo, what's up, buddy? KVG. Haven't seen you in here before. Yeah. So, Nikki Hill, Year Louis, Romel Bradley, 56. Why are you sick, man? Don't be sick. Oh, for the last 10 years? Shout out to over there. I've seen your name before. I just haven't seen you in a long time. In the live chat. Josh, what's up, man? What's up, Josh? Who that for life? $2 super chat. Yeah, Godwin injury was avoidable. Hey, Josh, really, dude? Like, it's not the night. It's not the night for that, man. It's not the night for that. That's not the night. It's not the right night for that. I mean, we can go there. We can go there. But that's not the point, man. I think the point went over your head. But fans like you, I can care less about fans like you because you focus on the wrong thing. But I can call you out and embarrass you pretty bad, pretty easily. I do this. Y'all better let Josh know he really ain't about that life when it comes to the football stuff. Because I can bring you in the locker room and shred you to pieces. So go on about your business. Go get your own channel. We don't need no trolls here. Because I will embarrass you really bad. I don't even have to embarrass you. I'll let my shooters embarrass you. You know what I'm saying? Don't let me don't do it, Josh. You ain't built like that. You're not built Chevy tough. I'll embarrass you and make you cry. This is not the time to be trolling, man. Not time to be trolling. I'm not in a trolling mood right now, man. I'm worried about Chris Godwin and Mike Evans, and you trying to talk about I'm mad because Winston got demoted to 4th string. Bruh, fall back before I embarrass you. T-Money, what's up, man? The season's not over with. I think the Bucs can still win the NFC South with at least 8 wins, 9 wins. Big Buck, what's up, man? We are 12 super chats away from opening the locker room up. We almost got 100 people. Almost got 100 people. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. We almost at 100 people. Allen Robinson, what's up, man? Yeah, trolls are funny, man. I like trolls because they never win. They're pathetic. Unathletic trolls. Trolling never works on me. I don't even know why they even try. I've had a few people try to troll me, and then I invite them into the locker room, and then they don't never show up. You know, the thing about trolls is when people troll, you invite them in to back their trolling up, and a lot of the times they shy away from that. You know what I'm saying? And we can have a healthy conversation, Josh, but you're not going to win. I will embarrass you. I've been doing this for like 7 years. You're not going to win. I know how to talk football, and I can troll with the best of them. Trust me, I can troll. I'm one of the nation's best trollers. I just don't do it. T Money, man. I know, man. Big Bang Hank. Yeah, I'm gonna keep my composure. It's a rough night because nights like this can kind of bring out the trolls and people trying to take jabs and stuff like that. But focus on the game and what happened. What did you see in the game, Josh? Let's talk about the game, Josh. Don't troll me. Let's see what did you see in the game. Let's talk about the game. Let's see how you analyze the game. Let's see if you break down the game in coverages. Okay. Tensei Dresse, Brian Gamble, what's up, man? Yeah, he broke his leg, man. It looked bad. His leg was bent too. G Money Bags 23. Oh, Ravens fan, shout out to G Money Bags, man. Let me give G Money Bags some love here, man. Shout out to G Money Bags, man. The Ravens fan coming in showing some love, man. We are 12 super chats away from opening the locker room up. This could be a long night tonight, folks. I know y'all got time. You want to talk about crypto? Or is it a dislocated ankle? Okay, so because I saw it was kind of a quick shot when he was on the ground, and I saw his leg twisted. So I didn't know if it was his knee or was it his foot twisted. So it's a broken ankle, a dislocated ankle. So he can probably come back, but he won't be the same. He won't be the same. Koenig, what's up? Silly Gamer, Tony Briscoe, what's up, man? Rashad West. No, a dislocated ankle is not that bad, but the quick shot of it, it looked like his whole leg was turned. I knew something was turned. I knew the leg didn't look right. Something looked like it was turned the other way. But a dislocated ankle, it's like 6 to 8 weeks. Yeah, it's about the ligament damage. Now here's the key though. If it's a clean break, then he might be back in about 8 weeks. But if he has ligament damage and stuff like that, probably out for the season. So we at week what is game number 7, right? So we got 10 games left. So he can possibly come back week 15, maybe. Byron Moore, what's up, man? But 8 weeks, I'm gonna say 8 weeks. So that'll put him at week 15. He tore his ACL. They say it's a fractured ankle, broken ankle. Who is Silly Gamer? What's up with you, man? You got some issues, man? Silly Gamer, what's up, buddy? You all right? You want to fight or something? I mean, you talking reckless, man. Yeah, they brought the card out. That's the scary part about it. Richard Dennis, what's up, man? Grave Diggers 813. But shout out to the Ravens fan, man. He's I'm like that. Don't play with me. Whatever, man. What you trying to fight me or something? I don't know. I don't know what you're trying to do. I don't know if you're trying to fight me or something. It's kind of weird. Rizlo with a $2 super chat. Mike Evans showed us we only have one receiver. Bucket with your girl. I'm here pissed off. Grislow again. Bowles need to be fired. Period. Who that for life? Shout out to the Saints fan. Godwin's injury definitely was avoidable. It was. Haitian boy 407 $2 super chat. Bowles not walking the plank. He needs to be cannon. Yeah, I mean Bowles, man, he's weird, man. Rip $5 super chat. Just been here listening. Was at work the whole game, but man, after hearing what just happened, I'm pissed. We all pissed, man. We all pissed. But I'm cooling down right now. I'm kind of reassessing the situation. Matthew Miller with a $10 super chat. I'm really upset. Rightly there with you. Defense imploded after one good drives. Offense throwing 45 times with a solid running game. Godwin out for the season and career with the Bucs. Shaking my head. What we gonna do. Matthew Miller, I don't think the season's over with. Just depends on the situation with Godwin and Evans. I think Evans going to probably go on IR, which is a minimum of 4 games. And that's going to hurt too. So we're going to have multiple games, at least at the minimum, without Evans and Godwin. So now McMillan, Shepard, and Trey Palmer got to step up. Cade Otton's going to probably be the main weapon. It's going to be rough. Now the Bucs. Now this is where the Bucs running game come in at, right? If the Bucs are ranked like 8th or 9th in the league in running, you got to lean on the running game. You can't chuck the ball around 45 times with Trey Palmer and Jalen McMillan and Cade Otton and Sterling Shepard. That ain't gonna work. Rip $5 super chat. Crazy. We lost 3 times in one night. Yeah, we did. We lost 3 times in one night. We got 9 super chats. We are 11 away. Mike will not get his 1,000 yards though. Yeah, man, it's a rough pill to swallow, man. I mean, it's kind of like it just. I got to run down these stats. We're 10 super chats away. T-Money, chill out, man. Buck with your girl, $5 super chat. I'm telling y'all, Liam is helping Baker with incentives. That's why we are throwing the ball when we shouldn't be. And our running game was pretty good tonight. And for some strange reason, just kept chucking the ball around. Yeah, I mean, gotta hold your head high, Bucs fans. I mean, now that the emotions kind of calming down a little bit, you wish. What's up, man? Just gotta reevaluate some things, and we gotta change the offense a little bit. Yep, gotta change the offense a little bit, make some adjustments. We're gonna have to lean on that running game, and Baker Mayfield. I think he does have incentives in his contract, but it's weird. It is weird. It's just like that game was like, why are you chucking the ball around? You're running the ball pretty good. I still don't understand that part. He was running the ball well, and for some strange reason, they I mean, that game was over with, and look at the cost of trying to come back and win a game that wasn't winnable. Look what it cost us. You know, it's just frustrating. Because I know the Bucks, they got some talent. It's just they got to get more consistent, man. They got to have everything was working well. Now I don't understand. Like you had the Ravens on their heels. The Ravens was having problems stopping the run. They were the number one run defense in the NFL, giving up 60 yards a game or 59.2. The Bucks had over 100 yards rushing. The Bucks are running the ball well. And then the bigger story is Todd Bowles. I know Baker didn't play well. Look, Baker played an awful game. I can care less about I can care less about the 370. You Baker Bros, you can miss me with that. But the bigger story, to be honest with you, is Todd Bowles. And then we got the Falcons next. Jordan Whitehead. And I told y'all about Jordan Whitehead. He's not a cover safety, man. I still would have took Justin Simmons. Once again, I repeat, for you Bucs fans that kind of got mad at me when I said something about Justin Simmons and Jordan Whitehead, at no point of his career, even in college, has ever been better than Justin Simmons. But people got mad. Oh, Winfield Jr. and Jordan Whitehead, top safety duo, not even close. Why? Because Jordan Whitehead can't cover. He's a tackling machine. He's not good enough as a cover safety. He's small. He don't have any length. He don't have length to make. He's a thumper. He's a linebacker playing safety. Mark Andrews was deucing him all night. Deucing him really good. Off the line. Jesus Christ. And then the Derrick Henry flare route, he couldn't even do nothing right there. Rip Easy, man. $5 super chat. I have better clock management than Bowles and Madden in college football 25. Because why stop running the ball when it was working, or stop trying when I'm down 25? We lost Tyke Smith, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Cade Otton. I don't know if he's been concussed. I don't know what's going on with that guy because he was taking shots like crazy. Ricky Newsom, man. What's up, man? Once again, tight ends went off on the Bucs again. The biggest story is Todd Bowles, though. We are 9 super chats away from the locker room to be open. King Cook, you don't like Vita? You don't like Vita? We got 100 people in the chat room. Clip, King Cook, you don't like Vita, man? King Cook do not like Vita at all. James Cosper, what's up? Marcus Banks, what's up, man? How you doing tonight? You all right, Marcus? Will Clark 813. He said he don't like Vita. He said Vita passes prime. So is it more about Todd Bowles, or is it just more about how the defense is structured? Look, the Bucs defense is not really. I mean, they're like in some categories. To be honest with you, the Bucs in some major categories are not good. Maverick, hey Maverick, you're right. Maverick, you're right. Cade Otton was holding on to dear life. Cade Otton should have been destroyed. K Dot, man. Somebody check on K Dot, man. Somebody said Gerald McCoy tweeted why Chris Godwin was in the game. Somebody check on K Dot. Any status on K Dot, man? George Rivera, what's up, man? Ricky Newsom, what's up, man? He said elite garbage time tight end. Yeah, a lot of those plays that K Dot had was strictly garbage yards, literally garbage. Had no impact on the game, which is weird. Then I still don't make him good. But is he okay? Lucas Pettis, what's up, man? Coach So Fly, just checking on Cade in the hospital. He said he checked out. Tony Lee, man. Nah, that's not true, man. I've seen the Bucs worse before Brady got here. Y'all funny tonight, man. K-Dot, is K-Dot okay? Can somebody check on K-Dot, please? I think K-Dot got concussed, or he got some ribs cracked or something, man. Dante T, Diaby one trick pony. Mopar Buck $10 super chat. Bowles owe us a trade for a receiver now. Go get one. Damn. Go get one. Damn. The next man. Garrett Wilson would be a good pickup. Bean pies, my brother. K-Dot tough, man, but that was garbage catches and garbage yards. Had no impact on the game. So don't give me this K-Dot had a good game crap. He's ineffective when the game matters. When the game don't matter, he gets catches, which is weird. If that's the case, was that play there the whole game? I'm gonna go back and watch the game, but I want to see if K-Dot was open multiple times, because why are they waiting until they throw him the ball? He said, "Oh, we are 7 super chats away from opening the locker room up. We got 13 super chats. We 7 super chats away. A mobile buck $10 super chat. Cade was literally turned into it. Out of it." King Cook said we garbage time warriors. Sal said, shout out to Sal, man. Sal funny. He said they turned Kate out into Joe Biden tonight. That's Sean Bland. What's up, man? He needs some sugar water. He needs some milk. Kate, I'm gonna be sore as hell tonight, boy. That boy gonna be in that cold tub quickly. It's almost like, why Kate is never a factor until it don't matter. Like, Rocco hit Kate out so bad, man. He hits him so hard, bro. Yeah, Roquan Smith is a beast, man. Roquan, and I love Levante David, and Levante David is so underrated. He's never been really like talked about as being one of the best linebackers in the NFL, but man, Fred Warner and Roquan Smith are like huge difference makers, man. Huge difference maker. Like Roquan Smith is really that guy. Fred Warner, man, Roquan Smith, man, they them dudes are just a problem, man. Matt Milano, them dudes are difference makers, man. Like them dudes are a real problem. KJ Britt's terrible. Yeah, Roquan Smith is not. I think the Bucs need to go get a Roquan Smith. You know what I'm saying? Like once Levante David gone, we need a Roquan Smith. Oh, we're gonna get toe up because Levante David be saving us. He be saving us sometimes. He be saving that defense, especially in the front seven. But once Levante David gone, man, the Bucs front seven gonna be cooked. I'm over KJ Britt. I'm over him. He's actually worse than Devin White, to be honest with you. He doesn't do anything really good. Like at least Devin White was a really good blitzer. Devin White would have been good for this game, to be honest with you. He would have been good. Well, not really, but as far as Lamar Jackson. Yeah, KJ Britt, I'm over him, man. That dude is useless. Because he's a thumper, but he's like literally he's the definition of a special teams player playing in a starting position. He don't know how to tackle. He tackles too aggressive. He overruns plays, and then he goes unnoticed for play after play after play. You know, Clifford Bradford said 52 playing like he left the prison yard. He literally like he played like he in prison for real. Yeah, KJ Britt took out Tyke Smith, Agent Smith. Exactly. Exactly. KJ not it. Took out Agent Smith. Gave him a concussion. Because he's reckless, man. He's more reckless than Devin White. more padded than Maxi on them stats tonight. The stats was padded like a mud, man. Well, the Bucs had 400 some yards total offense. Terrible. That's the worst 400 yards you can get. 400 some yards and you still lose the game. And you lost the game. And it was 41-31, but trust and believe that game does not match the score. That score doesn't match the game. But KJ Britt, man, I'm over him, man. He doesn't have anything elite about him. Stats look good when you're playing from behind. You're right, Bucket with your girl. Let me read the stats to y'all. Yeah, those stats look good playing from behind. Don't let that fool you, though. The Ravens are a buzzsaw, to be honest. The Ravens are a buzzsaw. Nobody's beating them. I don't see no teams beating them for real, for real. Oh, Jalen Reagor is bad. I just like the Ravens are a team that, I really wanted to see how the Bucs matched up well and where do the Bucs stand at against the Ravens? Well, yeah, your questions have been answered. The questions was answered. We're not even close to the Ravens. I don't even know how the Ravens beat the Raiders beat the Ravens because the Ravens was disorganized, dysfunctional a little bit. But I guarantee you, if the Ravens played the Raiders right now, it'd be 52-0. Yeah, you're right, Sal. Those questions was answered really quick when it came to the Ravens. How we compare it for the Ravens. That question was answered really fast. We're not even close. We're not even close to the Ravens. You know what's so crazy? One of the biggest differences in this game was the quarterback position. One of the biggest differences in the game was the quarterback position. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, I remember they talking about, yeah, they said Baker for MVP. Yeah, right. Nah, he's not getting no MVP. Yeah, he's not getting MVP, man. He should have had about 4 or 5 picks tonight. That ain't gonna work. Patrick Mahomes not getting MVP either. The Cardinals beat the Chargers. Wow, that's a bad loss for the Chargers. Yikes. Yeah, yeah, Sal. Baker should have about Sal. Like these last 2 games, Baker should have about 9 picks. Yeah, I'm gonna read the stats, man. Let me read the stats for y'all, man. It's not what you think it is, man. Like, don't let these stats fool you, man. Don't let the stats fool you, folks. I'll start with the Buck stats. Let me give y'all the Buck stats. Oh, we're not going to the Super Bowl with Baker Mayfield. You crazy? Like, there's no disrespect to Baker Mayfield, but we're not going to the Super Bowl with. I don't know. Look, there are some Bucks fans that believe that the Bucks are really like that. And I said the Bucks are not a bad team. Let's not look, folks. Come on, Bucks fans. Let's not pile on the Bucks. I think if you understand football, you know the Bucks ceiling. Okay, the Bucks are a good team. They're not an elite team because there's some key areas that the Bucks are just not good enough in. Right? Somebody said Tristan Wirfs got hip tossed. Did Tristan Wirfs get hip tossed again? Brayton Willis, what's up, man? Did Tristan Wirfs get hip tossed again? Oh, not again. Oh man. I gotta go look at that. Oh man. When did he get hip tossed? What quarter? Not again, man. Who was it? Travis Jones? Not again. Oh man, Tristan Wirfs got hip tossed again. Oh man. Yeah, the Bucks are missing some key components from being an elite team or Super Bowl contending team. Um, and that's the cold hard truth, right? At a I can't pronounce his last name. Let me go look at it. Let me go look at it. Let me go look at it, man. I'm watching the game right now. Hold on, man. No, not Tristan Wirfs again. I know he didn't get hip tossed again. So they asked Baker Mayfield about talking about wanting to end the game, even if the odds were long enough to pull a comeback. Baker said we're fighters, we're gonna fight to the end. Baker was talking about being a fighter to the end, but yeah, being a fighter to the end was not worth it this game. The head coach should have stepped in. Todd Bowles should have stepped in and called the game. And that's Todd Bowles' fault. So Chris Godwin, confirmed by Adam Schefter, Chris Godwin has a dislocated ankle. Yep. I'm watching the video right now. It looks bad, man. Down by 10 with 40 seconds left. Why? Oh my gosh, it looks bad, man. I'm watching the replay again. It was dangling, bro. That I can't even. I'm watching it slow down. It looks bad. I don't know if he's going to come back this season. It's a dislocated ankle, but man, folks, man, if you're a receiver, it's going to be hard to come back from that. Even if he does come back, he's going to be very, very cautious. And we've seen Chris Godwin with an ankle injury or a leg injury. He didn't look the same for like 2 years. Hundreds and thousands of people are saying, why was he in the game? So what was Todd Bowles trying to lose? What was Todd Bowles trying to prove? Lose by 3 points? There was no chance that the Bucs, even the rules state that you can't attempt 3 onside kicks in a row. You can't do that. So even if there was no way the Bucs were going to win that game. You can't do 3 onside kicks in a row. So even if the Bucs would have, like the Bucs had to score 3 times, you can't do 3 onside kicks. You can't do it. There was not enough time. The rules prevent you from doing 3 onside kicks. You can't do it. So once again, that's poor coaching. How do you not know this? How do you not know that you can't do 3 onside kicks? Even if you would have scored, you still can't do. You can't do back-to-back onside kicks. You can't do 3 in a row. So it was impossible for the Bucs to win the game. There was no way for the Bucs to win the game, folks. Go read the rules. Rizlo, $2 super chat. Todd Bowles, bro. This man got me so heated. All caps. Ryan Howard, you a Steelers fan? Todd Bowles is trying to lose by 3 points. Mopar Buck, $10 super chat. They said there's no rules on onside kicks in the 4th one trailing. I just read another rule that says you can't do 3 in a row. So you can't do 3 in a row. That's what I thought. Like, if that was the case, then every team would do it. Every team will keep doing onside kicks. Why? If that's the case, if there's no rules on onside kicks, then why isn't every team doing it every time? Answer that question. If there's no rules to onside kicks, you can do as many as you want, then why are teams not doing it every single time? If that's the case, it's no need to kick the ball off. Just keep doing onside kicks. But Todd Bowles trying to lose the game by 3 points to prove a point. Oh yeah, it was Todd Monk as the OC. Now people are saying it's the same offense. No, it's not. It's Lamar Jackson, folks. He's not running the same offense he ran with the Bucs with the Ravens. He's not doing that. He's mixing up some of his plays, his 4 vertical offense with Lamar Jackson spread. Come on, man. Come on, guys. You can't beat. Come on now. Come on. It's not the same offense. Come on, guys. Come on. Understand the scheme that the Ravens are doing. The Ravens have a running game and they have a short passing game as well. Todd Bowles' offense with the Bucs was 4 verticals, based on verticals, throwing the ball down the field. It's like remember that movie, the Thanos, when he was with Gamora, when Gamora was a little girl, and she asked him the question, like, we're going to lose by 3 points. Somebody says, we're going to lose by 3 points at what cost? He said they got Todd Bowles saying everything. Matthew Miller, $2 super chat. Todd Bowles had money on the 3.5 spread. Oh, 3-point spread, 3.5, 3.5 point spread. Oh, 3.5 point spread. That's what he was trying to do. Oh, 3.5 point spread. Yikes. That's what he was trying to do. He got money on the line. More part about $10 super chat. SportsCenter just said on TV, but you have to be trailing in the 4th quarter, but there's no limits, supposedly. Okay, whatever. You have to be trailing in the 4th quarter. And you can just continuously spam onside kicks. So the Bucs could have spammed onside kicks. But even with that probability, the possibility was low. I mean, the probability was just damn near impossible to just keep spam onside kicks in the last minute. Tyler Lesnick, what's up, man? So with it being a dislocated ankle, so he'll be kind of like off. You can't put no weight on his legs for about 3 weeks. He can remove the boot in 6 weeks. I'm reading some injury news right here. I'm just kind of like looking at some people talking about how long he's going to be out. No strength or weight bearing exercise can begin until medically approved. A gradual return to the sport will start from 12 weeks. I told y'all he'll come back towards the end of the season. I said about week 15. And that's a reach. But I don't see him coming back, to be honest with you, because we are in 7 games. We got 10 games to go, so we're talking about a minimum of 8 weeks. No Chris Godwin for 8 weeks, because even if he's out for 6 weeks and then you activate him from IR, you're going to have up to 4 weeks to bring him back. And to be honest with you, if the season's over with, or if it's not in reach, why bring him back? So we're talking about a minimum of 6 weeks of no real football for Chris Godwin, at a minimum. And then you activate him from IR. We're talking about another 4 weeks tops. So we're looking at 10 weeks. So my point stands. If he was to come back, it'd be like week 15, week 16. What's the point? You're gonna come back for 2 games? Unless the Bucs go on a crazy run, if the Bucs go on a crazy run and get to the playoffs, he can come back for the playoffs. But that's even a reach. And then it just messes up Chris Godwin's career. But, you know, I know they're saying dislocated, but that thing was falling off the bone. I'm watching the replay. I can't even watch it no more. So many people are asking, why was he in the game? Yeah, Mike Evans is going to be put on IR. Shout out to Mike Evans, man. Mike Evans tried. Yeah, shout out to Mike Evans, man. Got 100 touchdowns. He cost himself 4 weeks to get that 100 touchdowns, to get that 100th catch. Mopar Buck, $10 super chat. Let's end this Todd Bowles defense. Let's end this Todd Bowles great defense mind talk. I've been saying this about his scheme is washed. Heavy full on blitzing isn't impressive, and now he just gave up over 1,300 yards in 3 weeks and close to 100 points. Yeah, Mike Evans is going to be out at least 2 or 3 weeks. So technically, the Bucs probably should just let him rest to the bye week. So remember, the Bucs are at game number 7, week number 7, right? So the Bucs bye week is a week 11 after the 49ers game. So he's going to miss the Falcons game, of course. He's going to miss the Chiefs game at a minimum. And then if you bring him back for the 49ers game, you can re-aggravate the hamstring. So if you could just get him to the bye week and get him ready for the last 7 games, I would bring him back after the bye week. But Mike Evans had no business playing that game, man. But Chris Godwin, that ankle was off the bone, tenderloin. It was like a smoked rib meat falling off the bone. I got to find that Tristan Wirfs video getting hip tossed again. Yeah, I don't see Mike Evans. I don't see Chris Godwin coming back. To be honest with you, like I wouldn't take the risk, but I mean it's up to the Bucs. And if he does come back, it'll be like I said, late in the season. And then what's the point though? This is bad, folks. It's bad, folks. Let me read the stats real quick. So the Ravens outscored the Bucs from Quarter number 2 to quarter number 3, 34-0. The Ravens won a 34-0 run. The Bucs was up 10-0. And in the blink of an eye, the Ravens was up 34-10. The Ravens scored 34 straight points. 34 straight. Who does that? The Falcons did it to the Bucs a couple weeks ago. The Bucs did it to the Saints last week. The Saints scored 27 points in the second quarter, and then the Bucs outscored the Saints literally like 30-0. But the Ravens scored 34 straight points. At one point, it was 41-10. Come 34. Who does that? $34 straight points? Tick 757. What's up, man? DP Buck 32. I think the bigger question is Todd Bowles. Baker had a bad game, but we can't pile on Baker Mayfield. He should have had about 4 or 5 picks, maybe 6. And a couple hospital balls that he threw. But the bigger issue is Todd Bowles. Todd Bowles that's the bigger conversation is not Baker Mayfield. The bigger conversation is Todd Bowles. Let's be honest. Liam Cohen still got some growing to do. And what I noticed about Liam Cohen's offense, it can be figured out for like 2 or 3 quarters. Like his offense is like a fast start offense. A lot of dinking and donking, a lot of short passes and screen passes, which is good, but I don't think, like I said, it's not sustainable for 4 quarters unless it's a bad team. You know, a bad team like the Saints or a wounded Eagles team. Like, I don't think that style is going to work against the Chiefs and the 49ers and probably the Falcons. I just don't think it's going to work like for 4 quarters because those are better teams with better players. It'll work against bad, aged out teams like the Saints or a wounded duck team like the Eagles or a young team like the Commanders with a rookie quarterback. But against a veteran defensive coach with some good players like the Broncos, even the Lions shut down the Bucs offense. The Falcons shut down the Bucs offense in the second half. And then the Ravens pretty much shut the Bucs offense down for 2.5 quarters. And I like Liam Cohen's offense, but it's good. It's explosive. It's tricky, but a lot of windows dressing. But once it gets figured out, it doesn't go anywhere. We saw it for 2 quarters. But 34-0, so that's Todd Bowles' issue, and that's our Liam Cohen's issue. We got our coach tonight. Like, even Zach Orr, the Ravens defensive coordinator, was struggling with Liam Cohen's offense in the first quarter, and then all of a sudden he just figured it out. And then the Bucs offense didn't do anything. So Liam Cohen got to tighten up a little bit. He's doing a great job for the most part, but he got to tighten up in some areas. Like, he's got to tighten up. Like, some of those things are not going to work against the Vance Josephs, the Aaron Glenns, the 49ers defense, the Steve Spagnuolo defense. We don't match up well against the Cowboys defense. It's not going to work against even the Chargers defense is pretty good now. Like, it's not going to, even the Giants defense is pretty decent. Like, it's cute, but once it gets figured out, it doesn't go anywhere. So, the Baker Mayfield stats. Baker Mayfield, 31 for 45, 370 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and 3 drop picks. Let's not forget that. And 4 hospital balls. So the stats doesn't tell the real story about the game. 150 of those yards came in the fourth quarter, garbage yards, and it had no effect on the outcome. This is why I hate garbage stats. When you look at the stats, and if you didn't even watch the game and you saw the stats, if the Bucs lose 41-31, you'd be like, well, at least the Bucs hung in there. It's weird because it's like, if you didn't watch the game, you look at the stats, you're like, oh, the Bucs played the Ravens pretty well. They closed the gap. They right there. But in actuality, when you actually watch the game and then you look at the stats, you be like, that's bullcrap. 21 points in the fourth quarter, and you lost the game. Now think about that for a second, folks. Let that sink in. When you score 21 points in the fourth quarter, 9 times out of 10, you win the game or you come back to win the game. The Bucs scored 21 points in the fourth quarter and still lose by 10. Let that sink in. Let that sink in, folks. That means those 21 points meant nothing. It didn't change the outcome of the inevitable. Most of our Bucs, $10 super chat. Baker has control of the plays at the line of scrimmage, so is it Liam or Baker? He has the ability to change plays, so I believe it's him. Once he gets rolling, he gets cocky. Maybe so. I don't know. But 45 pass attempts. 45. And we beat the Eagles with no Devontae Smith and no A.J. Brown. So, I mean, you got to look at that too. Scraped by the Lions. So there were some flaws when it comes to the Bucs overall, but the Bucs were able to mask that in certain games. CJ Hill, what's up, man? So between the running backs, just from a running, so Baker had 5 carries for 22 yards. So we're just going to count the running backs carries. Bucky had 9 for 23, so he didn't have a good running game against the Ravens defense. The Ravens are ready for that. 1 touchdown, 2.6 yards to carry. Jalen McMillan had 1 carry for 11 yards, or reverse, right? Rashad White had 10 for 40, 4 yards to carry. Not bad at all. Sean Tucker had 5 for 29. So for the running back perspective, 24 carries. Well, actually 25 if you count Jalen McMillan. 25 carries from the running back. So the Bucs ran the ball 25 times outside of Baker. Baker had 5 carries, so the Bucs had 30 rushes. But I think the Bucs need to commit to one running back. All this switching running backs and stuff, that's cute and try to be cute and, but you got to have one running back that can carry the rock. Like, you got 3 running backs with 5 or more carries. You need just one. Most teams got a alpha running back. I think the Bucs are the only team that does the 3 running back thing, 2 running back thing, as far as like, okay, you got to have a lead back. We need a lead back. We need a legit number 1 running back. I don't like this hot hand stuff. Just get with a running back and say, okay, you're the running back number 1. You're going to get most of the carries. You're going to be number running back number 2, and you're going to come in on 3rd downs. That's what the Bucs need. They need to figure that out, because switching running backs back and forth 3 at a time is not good. I think it need to be the Buck and Tuck show. The Buck and Tuck show. And bring in Rashad White in certain occasions. Matthew Miller, I know. I tried to tell Bucs fans about Liam Cohen's offense. It's a bunch of tunnel screens and bubble screens and screen passes and gadgety stuff. I said that already. Matthew Miller, man, I talked about that before the season started. The motions and the college style motions and the gadgety stuff with Bucky Irvin and the weird screens and that's cute. So Matthew Miller, I'm right there with you. I already knew about this offense. It's almost low-key predictable too. It's a lot of window dressing, but low-key predictable. And teams are starting to kind of figure it out, and they figured it out in pockets. Like teams are caught off with this offense because of the first quarter. Like they don't know how to like attack it, right? But if you notice, the Falcons, the Lions, the Broncos, and then the Ravens, parts of that game, they figure it out and they shut it down. Right? So we're 1-3 when teams figure out the Bucs offense. Let that sink in. And the one win that the Bucs did get when the offense was figured out was against the Lions. And they literally got outplayed in that game. Aaron Glenn shut down Liam Cohen's offense easily. The Bucs had the Commanders the first game. You know, Dan Quinn's defense was not good. They're not good at all. We know the Commanders defense is terrible. And then they beat the Eagles team. You know, the Eagles team that was reeling and missing 2 receivers and some other guys. And then you beat an old, aged out Saints team, which is, you know, it is what it is, right? But outside of those games, like the Falcons game, the first half, Jimmy Lake and Raheem Morris couldn't figure out Liam Cohen's offense. And then in the second half, they shut it down. So we're 1-3 when we play teams with a competent defensive coordinator that can figure out Liam Cohen's gadgety, short screen passes, to get the ball out quick, screen to dump it up. To be honest with you, Baker is much better when he's throwing the ball less than 10 yards. He's much better when he's throwing the ball between 0 and 7 yards. So the Bucs had 35 rushes. I'm sorry, 30 rushes. 30 rushes. Chris Godwin had 7 catches with 65 yards. Cade Otton had 8 for 100. All 100 were garbage yards. All of a sudden, Baker decided to throw the ball to Cade Otton in the fourth quarter. What? And got that man basically damn near concussed. Say how funny. Is that duck ball Baker? It seems like anytime Baker has to throw the ball over 10 yards, he put all his strength into that throw. Baker literally puts his entire body into that throw. Baker got crazy torque when he threw the ball. And being that he threw with so much contortion, his balls after a certain amount of certain distance doesn't look right. Jay, $2 super chat. Bucs make the playoffs, but injuries mean won't go far. Yeah, they won't go far. CJ Hill, he said hospital balls galore. Baker was reckless tonight, though. He's very reckless. Is it me or Cade Otton never shows up when it matters, really, for the most part? Is it me that Cade Otton all K. Otten catches came in the fourth quarter. All his yards came in the fourth quarter. But most of it. Jalen McMillan had 8 targets. He only had 3 catches. Rashad White had 6 for 71. Sterling Shepard had 1 for 15. Trey Palmer had 1 for 16. I've always questioned Baker Mayfield's deep ball or down the field throw and accuracy. That's not his game. Chase McLaughlin usually hit that 55-yard field goal. He missed it. Yaya Diaby had a sack. Winfield Jr. had a sack. That's it. What happened to Logan Hall? What happened to Logan Hall? Nowhere to be found. Yeah, 2 sacks in that one game. Everybody got hyped up. Hasn't done nothing since. Yeah, the NFC South don't look good as we thought it was. The Saints are terrible. Kansas are terrible. Falcons are inconsistent. Bucs inconsistent. Winfield Jr. didn't have a good game either. Zion McCullough too. Jordan Whitehead, Winfield Jr., Zion McCullough. I need Yaya Diaby to get better. Look, Eli Grant. Baker Mayfield will get hurt scrambling. Every time I see Baker Mayfield get sacked, it's like he gets contorted in the position where it looks awkward. Baker Mayfield got sacked one time, and I kid you not, it looked like his body was just bent all up. Is it me? Have y'all noticed that when Baker Mayfield gets sacked, it's like it's almost like every time he gets sacked, it's like one more sack, Baker Mayfield gonna get really hurt. Because the way he gets sacked, he gets folded up and bent backwards all kind of ways. Like a rag doll. But where was Logan Hall tonight? With the pass rush. No, it was on this game too. Tonight he got folded up a little bit. I think Baker Mayfield is on the verge of getting hurt because he's getting sacked. So Lamar Jackson stats. Let's read his. Lamar Jackson was 17 for 22, 281 yards, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions. Derrick Henry, 15 carries, 169 yards, 11 yards a carry, 11.3 to be exact. Lamar Jackson, 9 for 52. So basically 244 yards rushing, something like that. Zay Flowers didn't even do much this game. They didn't even need Zay Flowers. Bucket with your girl. I'm telling y'all, man, I think Baker Mayfield is on the verge of getting hurt because every time he gets sacked, it's like this dude gets torn around and torqued around and bent all up. It's a matter of time before he gets up looking crazy after a sack. I mean, I get him scrambling around, but man, and teams have figured him out because he likes to scramble up the middle. He don't scramble on the outside, like he don't run around you. He scrambles up the middle, and teams have figured it out. That's why the Ravens was doing stunts up the middle, and they were sending their faster guy in the middle. They didn't have the bigger guy stunting from the outside to the inside. I saw what the Ravens was doing with their pass rushers. They kept their fast guys when they stunt from the outside to the inside, and they looking for Baker to scramble up the middle. The Ravens made the adjustment. They know Baker Mayfield likes to scramble up the middle. All his big scrambles came from the middle. And Roquan Smith was waiting on it. And that's what the Ravens did in the second half. Matter of fact, from the second quarter on, they was like watching him. They was like, we're going to confuse him with the coverage, and we're going to stunt. We're going to take Calvin Noy and the number 99. I can't pronounce the last name, but we're going to stunt those guys in the middle, and we're going to take our big guys and set the edges. You're right, Matthew Miller. Good observation. I saw it too. Send your better pass rushers on a stunt from the outside to the inside. You let your fast guys kind of look for Baker to make a run. And Baker was confused. And then when he had time to throw the ball, he didn't look good doing it. Unless the ball came out in 2.4 seconds or less, he didn't look good. And I think teams are starting to see that. If you made Baker Mayfield hold the ball, he's going to become very erratic. If you don't have a check down, he's going to be very erratic. We saw it in the red zone. Yeah, bucket with your girl. It will be trash time soon if he doesn't figure that scrambling ability and stop getting sacked and getting folded up like a pretzel. Jay, $2 super chat. Who gonna step up at receiver? Also, why no run the ball? I don't know, man. They was running the ball well. I don't understand it. But back to Lamar Jackson, 17 for 22, 281 yards, 5 touchdowns. No interceptions. Passer rating of 158. Derrick Henry, 15 carries for 169 yards. He probably could have had more if the Ravens would have committed to the run a little bit more. But I knew what the Ravens was going to do in the second half. I knew it. I knew what the Ravens was going to do. And the Ravens scored a touchdown and got called for a holding penalty, and it wasn't even a hold. Number 77 blocked Levante David. It wasn't even a hold. So it really could have been 48-31. Teams are starting to figure it out. They're starting to figure Baker Mayfield out. The Falcons figured him out. The Ravens figured him out after a while. The Lions had him figured out. The Broncos had him figured out. 4 teams figured him out. It ain't going to get any easier. Chiefs and 49ers and Falcons. Yeah, this is going to get really interesting. But I knew the Ravens were going to run the ball in the second half. I even called it. Why wasn't the Bucks ready for it? It's the exact same replay of last year. Lamar Jackson had over 300 yards total offense. Well, if you count the sacks, you subtract. I get that part, but Lamar Jackson was playing with the Bucs. If he was, let's make Lamar Jackson throw the ball. Oh, he's gotten better throwing the ball, right? Like people really thought that. We're gonna shut down the run and we're gonna make him throw the ball. Todd Munkins mixed the spread with his vertical style offense, and it's unstoppable. It's like the Ravens' offense is literally unstoppable. The Ravens' offense is literally unstoppable at this point. They didn't even need Zay Flowers tonight. Zay Flowers was irrelevant, and he was about to get off this game. We had no answer for him either. Until, I got to say this. Low-key, I like Winfield Jr., but low-key, he could be a little dirty tackler. And I like that in him. He kind of reminds me of the Mika Fitzpatrick, kind of a dirty tackler. Like Winfield can tackle real dirty at times. I've been watching that about him. I'm glad he's on our team, but his tackling skills can be really kind of sketchy with how he tackles. Going to your knees and your ankles and all that. He hurt Zay Flowers. Because he put all that weight on his ankle, and it was like, Winfield Jr. with that weird tackle again. Like, thank God he on our team. Because he tackles weird. Then when Derrick Henry was trying to block him, he went at Derrick Henry's knees and damn near tore Derrick. He damn near took Derrick Henry out the game. Trying to avoid it was a clipping penalty on Winfield Jr. because he went low on Derrick Henry to avoid a block. It was basically a chop block that he gave Derrick Henry. Damn near, he damn near destroyed Derrick Henry's knees. So Winfield Jr., man, you got to be careful with his dirtiness. He's a little dirty at times. A little grimy with his low tackling skills. He tackles with his head, and he always ducking. Have y'all noticed that? I don't know why Winfield tackle like that. He always trying to take somebody's knees and ankles out. And sometimes he hurts himself and he gets concussed. It's like you couldn't take Derrick Henry head on. Nope, I'm gonna go low and take his knees out and take him out the game. I was like, Winfield Jr., come on, man, don't do that. Play football, man. Stop doing that dirty tackling stuff, man. But the Ravens literally did exactly what they did last year. In the first half, they threw the ball around, chucked the ball around, and in the second half, they ran the ball. Yeah, the Bucs need to draft a linebacker. They really need one. They do need one. And they have no answer at linebacker right now. Mark Andrews got off. What's so crazy? Isaiah Likely didn't go off, and Zay Flowers didn't go off. And they still beat us, and they still put up 41 points with their two best players on the receiver. Like Isaiah Likely and Zay Flowers didn't go off. Let that sink in. Let me read the stats for you. Isaiah Likely had 2 catches. And they still put up 41 points. Mark Andrews had 4 catches. Still put up 41 points. Zay Flowers had 1 catch. Zay Flowers had 1 catch. So between Isaiah Likely, the 2 best pass catchers, Isaiah Likely and Zay Flowers, 3 catches for 28 yards, and they still put up 41 points. Let that sink in. Hashtag let that sink in. But like I said, one of the biggest differences in the game was that quarterback. Bateman had 4 for 121. Aguilar had 1 catch. Like they didn't even Lamar Jackson was 17 for 22, man. Almost a perfect passer rating. He said, KJ Britt played like he in the Longest Yard movie. Yeah, he had one bad drive, the first drive. Haitian boy 407. $5 super chat. Let this sink in. Ravens offense was so potent with 3 penalties back to back without their number one guy. These guys' offense barely played and put up 41 points. Yeah. They put up 41 points with ease. Isaiah Likely and Zay Flowers didn't do anything this game, and they still put up 41 points. They could have put up half. They could have put up 70 on us. Rizlo, $2 super chat. Can we talk about how Britt is taking out? Yeah, KJ Britt, man, taking out our players, man. Like, what is he doing, man? What is he doing? He's done this multiple times this season. Tyke Smith, and he did a couple other guys like that too. KJ Britt is reckless. Y'all, look, I know we talked about Devin White, but let's be real about KJ Britt. Can we keep it real about KJ Britt? Can we keep it real? He's a liability. Oh, we got 24 super chats. Oh, my bad. We reached the 20 super chat mark. Oh, my goodness. But it is almost 1 o'clock. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Since you guys sent me 24 super chats tonight, I will open up the locker room tomorrow. I will open up this. I will do a live stream tomorrow. I promise. I'll do a live stream early enough, and I'm gonna open up the locker room right away. And everybody that super chatted, come on in. Shout out to all the Pirates and Sea Bandits. Thank you for the 24 super chats, and I read them all. So for y'all, since y'all did that, I promise. I don't care what I got going on tomorrow. I'm gonna go live, and I'm gonna let you guys just talk. Let you guys rock out. I think I've said enough. I keep looking at these stats, and it's like Zay Flowers and Isaiah Likely didn't do anything really. And they put up 41 points. They could have put up a 70 burger on us if they really wanted to. And what's going on with Vita Vea? What was he at tonight? What happened to Joe Tryon Stoinka? Joe Tryon Stoinka, man, what's going on? Logan Hall, Joe Tryon Stoinka, Vita, what is going on? What's going on with you? Bucs not bad. Jay with the $2 chat. Bucs not bad. The Ravens are a Super Bowl caliber team. That is true. And I wanted to see how the Bucs measure up to the Ravens. And man, the Bucs got toe out the frame. Got to mighty no. Great day. Hashtag got to mighty no. As in my dad used to say before he passed away. Got to mighty no. Great day. Oh my gosh, man. Great day. Got to mighty no. Y'all don't know about that talk. That's the old school talk. Got told me. I didn't know. I can't get over this. I can't get over the Isaiah Likely and Isaiah Likely and Zay Flowers had 3 catches between both of them for 28 yards. Zay Flowers had 1 target. How in the hell they put up 41 points when Isaiah Likely and Zay Flowers didn't do anything? And Lamar Jackson had 5 touchdowns, and Zay Flowers and Isaiah Likely didn't have one of them. Great day. Got to mighty know. Lamar Jackson, who, if you look at the stats and say, just Lamar Jackson stats. Oh, Lamar Jackson had 5 touchdowns. I know Isaiah Likely and Zay Flowers went off. But it didn't. And he still had 5. Man, the Ravens are a buzzsaw, man. I don't see too many teams beating them. The Ravens might win 13, 14 games, man. How you gonna beat this team? And let the defense get back right. It's gonna be a wrap. Marlon Humphrey was out half of the game. Lamar Jackson had a backwards pass that was a fumble that gave the Bucs a short field. If he didn't do that, the Bucs don't reach 31 points. And they had a bad snap. And they had a bad snap that play. And then the next play, they throw the ball to Justice Hill. He gets like 18 yards and gets them right back in the field goal situation. How many turnover-worthy plays Baker Mayfield had tonight? How many awful calls Todd Bowles made? Yeah, ain't nobody beating the Ravens, man. Except injuries. That is true. The only thing that's going to beat the Ravens is the injuries. Lamar Jackson is 23-1 against the NFC. If he plays anybody outside the Chiefs, he's going to win. Or the team's going to win. The Chiefs are their kryptonite. And nobody else is beating that team, man. So Baker Mayfield had 6 turnover-worthy plays. 6. How many drop interceptions? Not counting the 2 interceptions. How many drop interceptions? How many drop interceptions and how many interceptions he should have had? He should have had 5 against Atlanta. And I think he should have had 4 tonight. So right now in 2 games, right now in 3 weeks, he should have had 10 interceptions. He's had a lot of turnover-worthy plays, man. A lot. And it's not going to get any better, folks. This is who he is. That's how he plays. He tries really hard. He overcompensates. But 6 turnover-worthy plays, that's without the interceptions, right? So if you count the interceptions, that's a total of 8 turnover-worthy plays, but 2 of them was interceptions. And then he had a fumble. That was a penalty, though. Baker Mayfield didn't play his best tonight. Oh, Ravens. Oh, shout out to a Ravens fan in the building. Ravens flock. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate it, man. That Chris Godwin injury really hurt me, man. It does. I got his jersey. I got Mike Evans' jersey. I'm a former receiver myself, man. So I'm always hard on the receivers, but I love my receivers, man. And to see Chris Godwin have a dislocated ankle, man, it hurt me. Oh, so including the 2 interceptions, it was 6 total. Payday third now. What's up, man? Daniel Guzman, what's up, man? So it was 6 turnover-worthy plays. The Ravens are just a better team, and it's not even close. Levels, man. T, what's up, man? Where do the Bucs go from here? Where do the Ravens go from here? Where do the Bucs go from here? So the Bucs had 481 total yards, 356 passing, 125 rushing, 6.2 yards per play. The Bucs had 28 first downs. The Bucs were 11 for 17 on third downs. The Bucs ran 78 plays. The Ravens put up 41 points with 54 total plays. Did the Ravens really toy with the Bucs? Did they really toy with us? Or did they troll us, man? Did the Ravens troll us, man? Were they playing you know how when the big kids play with the little kids and they just dominate, or they got the little kid in the middle or kids in the middle and the kids trying to reach up there and grab the ball out their hand and they throwing the ball to each other over the little kids and the kids jumping up trying to reach the ball, whatever. Did the Ravens really play with us? The Ravens had 54. They ran 54 total plays and they put up 41 points. Did they really toy with us? Were they trolling us for real? Were they dangling the carrot over our head? Like, yeah, y'all up 10-0. Okay. The Bucs had 78 plays and lose by 10 with ease. And lost by 10. The game wasn't even in. You know what's so crazy? The one thing I learned about football and how I think about football, when I saw the score, when the Bucs was up 10-0, I was like, okay, let's see if the Bucs sustain that. And then when I look again and I seen it 17-10, it was almost like I started to kind of think to myself, like, I just hope the Bucs don't get blowed out. That's what I was hoping. I was hoping that the Bucs, when the Ravens went up 17-10 and they scored 17 straight points, I told myself, I said, I hope the Bucs don't get blowed out. Keep it, make it a suitable game. You're going to lose the game, but I was just hoping that the Bucs was not going to lose bad. The Bucs allowed 3 sacks. They only punted twice. They had 8 penalties for 75 yards. The Ravens had 9 penalties for 85. The Bucs had the ball for 35 minutes and 5 seconds. Let me repeat. The Bucs had the ball for 35 minutes and 5 seconds. The Ravens had the ball for 24 minutes and 55 seconds. And they put up 41. The Ravens trolled us, man. Ravens, y'all were wrong for that. Y'all knew y'all can beat us with no problem. The Ravens had the ball for 24 minutes and 55 seconds and put up 41 points with ease. They could have dropped a 70 burger on the Bucs defense. You know, they always praising Todd Bowles as a defensive guru. Man. Yeah, defensive guru against terrible teams with a rookie quarterback in his first start. Yeah, it looks good. Anytime he goes against a suitable defense or a suitable offense with a suitable OC with no injuries on the O-line, he gets toyed with. HK 45. That is true, Carl McDuffie. That is true. Todd Bowles' defense, man, it has major limitations. And when I kept seeing him, he tried to, you know what's so funny? Todd Bowles is so stubborn. He tried to turn up the heat on Lamar Jackson by blitzing him like crazy. I was like, stop blitzing him, man. It's not working. Against the blitz, did y'all see the stats that they had on Lamar Jackson against the blitz tonight? Damn near perfect passer rating. against Todd Bowles' vaunted blitz. It works against rookie quarterbacks in the first start, man. It works against incompetent OCs with a rookie quarterback. Todd Bowles deep, like he's supposed to be this guru, but if it's not a rookie quarterback or incompetent OC, he gets out coached by competent OCs and coaches and quarterbacks. He kept blitzing Lamar Jackson. I'm sitting there watching the game, like, stop blitzing him. It's not working. I literally was screaming at the team, like, stop. I was screaming in my head. I was like, stop blitzing Lamar Jackson. It's not working. Stop blitzing him. Yeah, Todd Bowles not better than Steve Spagnuolo. Not even close. I mean, like Jalen Daniels, first game as a rookie, he beat, they made his life miserable to the point. And then Bo Nix, but Bo Nix has Sean Payton, and Sean Payton is 22-11 against the Bucs, so that was a mismatch right there. And then Spencer Rattler, first time starting, made Spencer Rattler very uncomfortable. So okay, so you play 3 rookie quarterbacks. You're 2-1 against that situation, and the one loss you did get is because the coach of that team is leaps and bounds better than Todd Bowles. But teams with a competent OC and a competent head coach, the Lions, the defense didn't look good. The Broncos, the defense didn't look good. The Falcons, the defense looked terrible in the second half. Competent OC, competent quarterback. And then this game, competent OC, competent quarterback. Y'all noticing the trend here? My goodness, the Bucs had the ball for a whole 10 minutes more. Damn near 10 more minutes. Multiple possessions. 78 plays. The Ravens had 54 plays and they put up 41 points. Do y'all not understand this? Todd Bowles, that is bad. In my Canelo Alvarez voice, horrible. Man, I will say this. My final words, man, for this game. This game, the Bucs sacrificed a lot this game. For whatever reason, the Bucs really wanted to win this game. They came out ready to win. And I know some people saying the Mike Evans injury kind of like deflated the Bucs team and changed the trajectory of the game. But just looking at the game as a whole, man, the Bucs are not ready. The Bucs are not ready. And at what cost that this loss took on the Bucs? Like, at what cost did was at a certain point, was it worth trying to get the dub? I get it, you play 60 minutes, but in the fourth quarter, the game was literally out of reach. It was literally out of reach. That, like, it wasn't enough time. It wasn't enough time for the Bucs to come back, and the only way they can come back was for some miracle stuff to happen, and that's very rare. The Bucs were banking on a rare occasion. They were banking on something that rarely happens in the NFL history. And at what cost? This loss cost the Bucs more than just the L. This cost the Bucs multiple players, important players for multiple weeks. Now, the Tykeem Smith situation, Agent Smith, he could play next week, but who knows? Thanks to KJ Britt, prison yard player, longest yard, you know, Bobby Boucher tackling machine. But you lost your two most important players, not just on offense, but for the team. Godwin and Evans not playing next week against the Falcons. Can the Bucs win the game? Yes, they can win that game, but my goodness, the Falcons don't have to really. The Falcons are not going to be scared. I mean, this is bad, folks. Like, people don't realize, like, when Mike Evans and Chris Godwin's on the field, the Bucs offense is crazy good. But when they are not on the field, or just one out on the field, it's like you can see the difference. Now you're not gonna have both of them. Look, we don't know the Mike Evans injury, hamstring injury to extent, but you gotta at least think it's gonna be at least 2 games. You gotta think about it. You got to think that Mike Evans is not going to play against the Falcons, and he's not going to play against the Chiefs. So at a minimal, because see, hamstrings, especially for Mike Evans at 31, you have to be extremely careful. Extremely careful, because he's 31, and you can't trot him back out there in 2 weeks. That thing needs to heal 100%. And it looked like it was already pulled. To me, watching him during the warm-ups, it looked like the hamstring was already pulled. He lucky he didn't tear the hamstring. He trying to gut it out and get this dub. Sacrifice pretty much a quarter of his season to get 100 touchdown catch. In actuality, Mike Evans shouldn't have played this game. It was not worth the long-term risk. So now you're going to have to play without him for at least a minimum of 2 games. And you're probably going to sit him out against the 49ers, and you're going to bring him back after the bye, which will give him 5 full weeks to recover. And then Chris Godwin is going to be out at least for the next 6 to 8 weeks. And that's being hopeful. So now you're going to play at a minimum, just taking a guess, you're going to play the next 3 games without Mike Evans and Chris Godwin together on the field, or not having either one on the field. And then after the bye, you get Mike Evans back, but the teams are going to bracket him and take him out the game. And then week 15, you're going to think about bringing Chris Godwin back? And then Chris Godwin's long-term effect, what do we do with Chris Godwin's contract? Are they going to pay him $24, $25 million? He was on his way to having his career season. Chris Godwin was projected to have over 100 catches and probably like 1,600 yards and over 10 touchdowns, which would have gave him the big contract. His last contract, $25 million a year. Now, just from a business standpoint, you can't give him that. You can't give Chris Godwin $25 million after 7 games this season because he has an ankle injury. And we saw Chris Godwin with a leg injury. It took him 2 years to get back to normal. So I feel bad for Chris Godwin in his career. He's still going to be a good football player, but he won't be the same when he come back. Mike Evans is going to have a hamstring issue the whole season. Remember when I told y'all about the Bucs injury situation? I told y'all this. The Bucs can't. The Bucs are not deep enough as a team to sustain injuries to play through those. Vita didn't look well tonight. He probably shouldn't have played tonight. This is bad, folks. Can the Bucs still win the division? Yes, of course, because the division is not as good as I thought it was going to be. And then somebody said that the Falcons' schedule gets easier moving forward, which might be true. But I still got the Bucs winning the division. But now I'm looking at 8 wins. But I did say 9 and 8. Same scenarios last year between 7 wins and 9 wins. But will that be enough to keep Todd Bowles again? If the Bucs go 8, 9, 9, 8 again, do we bring Todd Bowles back for another mediocre season? This is bad, folks. Offense is gonna look totally different. At least the Bucs can lean on the running game. Hopefully they lean on that running game. Hopefully they run the ball well. And they've been running the ball well. Now the Bucs, now we about to see that running game. We ain't got no choice. You can't chuck the ball around with Trey Palmer and Jalen McMillan and Cade Otton and Sterling Shepard. You can't do that. Exactly. Chris Godwin's second major injury. You cannot give him 20-something man. You can't give him 23, 24, 25 million. You can't do that. That's not good business. Anyway, let me wrap this video on up, man. It's 1 o'clock, 1:30. I know a lot of people are disappointed. A lot of people have mixed emotions. I started out kind of like pissed off, but I kind of calmed down. Can't be mad at the loss. The Bucs are not in the Ravens realm, not in the Ravens category. I wanted to see how the Bucs measured up, and the Bucs are not even close. There's levels to this, folks. And I know as Bucs fans, we thought the Bucs were better than what they really were. But this game kind of gives you this game should let you know that the Bucs are not ready. The Bucs are not ready. They're not ready to compete. They're not on the Detroit level. They're not on the Ravens level. They're not on the Chiefs level. They're not on the 40. They're not there. But the Bucs are still a solid team, but they're not a Super Bowl contending team. They're not going to go to the NFC South. They're not going to go to the NFC Championship game. They're not good enough. The Bucs are a solid team, but injuries, especially with your very important players, and you don't have the depth to sustain, the Bucs just don't have enough depth. And like I said, the Bucs still don't win some games. They'll beat the Raiders. They'll beat the Giants. They should be able to beat the Chargers, maybe. They'll beat the Panthers twice. Like I said, probably about 8 wins, maybe 9. But I just don't see them. And I know some people said 12-5 and 13-4. Well, good luck with that. Good luck to you Bucs fans that thought the Bucs was going to win 12, 13 games. I still don't understand where you were seeing this at. I still question your thought process when it comes to football. I mean, being optimistic and talking about 12, 13 wins, that's being optimistic, but also being a little bit too optimistic. I'm not even a little bit too optimistic. That's being you're just wishing. You're just wishing. It's good to have wishful thinking and hope, but hope doesn't trump reality. And then now the reality of this situation, and you can't go back on your record prediction because you said 12, 13 wins. You can't go back. You got to stick with it. Now the reality of the situation is the Bucs, for the immediate future, it looks bleak. Now, long term, we don't know. The Bucs can pull out some wins in the back end of the season, but for the next couple of weeks, it's going to be tough. Can the Bucs squeeze out some victories? Sure, but it's going to take a really good running game. The running game the Bucs had against the Saints, the 277 yards. Liam Cohen's going to have to pull out those bag of tricks because there is no way you can chuck the ball around 45 times with Jalen McMillan, Sterling Shepard, Cade Otton, and Trey Palmer. Can't do it. And that defense is so leaky. The Bucs will be lucky to win 9 games. That defense is so leaky, man. And the defense is going to have to step up even more. They're going to have to help the offense out even more. So that's going to be more pressure on the Bucs defense. And the Bucs defense is one of the worst in the NFL. And we're going to talk about this tomorrow. We're going to break this down. We got a lot to talk about. 26 super chats. I cannot wait to hear what you guys got to say tomorrow in the locker room. I'm going to let y'all rock out. Anyway, shout out to all the Privacy Bandits. Thank y'all for joining tonight's debacle by the Bucs. Embarrassing loss at home on prime time. And these next 3 games are pivotal. Maybe we can win one of those. I hope we can win one of them. But that was an embarrassing loss. Did y'all see the stadium towards the end of the game? That stadium was damn near empty. None but Ravens fans. Now the Bucs going to have to find a receiver. Man, oh man. Shout out to all the Privacy Bandits. Thank you for joining Buckles Locker. With that being said, fire those cannons, seize the day, raise the flag. Hashtag levels. Hashtag why. Hashtag what are we doing? Hashtag don't get mad at me. I don't play the game. I just talk about it. Hashtag trenches matter. Hashtag coaching matter. Hashtag what are we doing? Hashtag question marks. Hashtag uncertainty. Hashtag prayers up for Chris Godwin. Hashtag prayers for Mike Evans. Hashtag facts over feelings. Hashtag probability over possibility. Hashtag reality over optimism. I'll see y'all tomorrow in the locker room. Do not miss it. It's going to be a good one. A barn burner. Buckles Locker signing out. Y'all sleep well, man. It's going to be okay. Sleep well. I'll holler at y'all tomorrow or today. Peace.